Hi guys, welcome back to Bump Box, and this time something a little bit different, a bit of a throwback. Well, it's been a while since I've done a nerd block versus a loot crate, but I have got about 14 of these boxes all over my bedroom, and it's getting a bit insane now. So I thought maybe it's time I did a top 10 comparison. I'm gonna start with the worst bits first, and I appreciate there's some high-end items. They have to mix it up. They have all these different things. They try and make each box fun, interesting, rah, rah, rah. But sometimes you get more tap to good things, and sometimes you're lucky and you get everything you really like. So this is just a comparison. 10 items across the two boxes that I think is the top 10 worst bits that I got myself. Feel free to disagree, but like I say, I'm going to do a future vid with the top 10 best things I got. This is going to be worst first. Okay? I'm going to start with Loot Crate. And I'll be honest, wasn't many things I got out of these boxes that I didn't like, but there's a few things, little personal niggles, considering they've come from America or Canada, that kind of wound me up. First one, well, the big one, Loot Crate are just really keen on producing commemorative badges. So you get, on each theme, a badge. I mean, I don't know how much these cost to make. Who wants these? Who's going to wear these? Who's going to use these? It's just filler. You open your box, you get these, and you're looking at them going, I'm never going to use that for any purpose. It really irks me, to be honest. That's going to be an easy top 10 thing. Really winds me up. Next one that gets me. I know it's Canadian and American boxes. Well, Nerd Block Canadian, Loot Crate American. But things like this as well. You get these promotional deals that they class as like a gift. Like a month subscription to, for example, on this one, Crunchyroll. Never heard of it. Never going to use it. Don't appreciate it. Blah. Firefly Online. I appreciate it. It's half decent. But at the same time, do I care for an assault rifle? No, I don't. Does anybody? Things like this, when you get loads of them, and I've got like a box full of this, gets a bit much. This is a poster, and you're thinking, they've boxed it, so that's going to be half well done. They've rolled it to kind of protect it. They put it in a sleeve. It's looking all right. So I was quite excited by this. I like posters. Maybe it could be something I could have framed. And this was on Pac-Man. And then you open it up, and I don't know if this is coming across, but it came out like this. Torn, creased, marked. Even though it's been rolled and in the box, it's awful. It's just very damaged. And if you see those white scuff lines, who would want that framed? Who would want this? I mean, as you can see, it's a lovely little decorative piece on Pac-Man, but I mean, the programming chip's lovely and it's a really cool thing, but ruined. I mean, it becomes useless. So that was a big annoying one for me, because I do like artwork. So that'd have been quite cool. Yeah, again, notebooks. Huge on notebooks and stationery. I appreciate they're cheap to make and they can be a little bit of a fun gift to time with a box's theme. However, this was even more added insult, because you got two of them. I mean, one would have been bad enough. I mean, you've got one with mathematical grid paper. Yes, because that's going to be very, very handy. And one as a notebook. I mean, that would have been fine. That would have been enough. You don't need to fill up the box with many of these things. So, like I say, not many quibbles with the old Loot Crate. But those four really did get under my skin. As you can appreciate, there's 6 things left on the list. I'm sorry, Nerd Block, but this is a few never-before-seen items. The main one, I actually got offered when I was subscribing. You could get random boxes of leftover items or popular things, or they'd make you a random mystery box additional to the monthly subscription. So I thought, wow, what a great thing, I'll definitely get that. And I kid you not, the items were god-awful, and I mean really awful. This is the best example I can show you. I got this. It says, warning, may not be suitable for children under 12. And you're thinking, that could be quite good. And what is it? It's syphilis. Can you see that, folks? Syphilis. This is a range called the Pox, and I've got a 1,000,000 times size, actual size microbe teddy of syphilis. So you've got a little spring-sized coiled teddy with eyeballs. Who in their right mind would manufacture syphilis as a teddy, and then who would think paying customers would like this in a subscription box? My brain broke when I got this, and I was joking with some of my family of buying them some of these boxes, but could you just imagine the story? What did you get for your birthday or Christmas present? Oh, my uncle, dad, brother, friend, whoever, got me syphilis teddies. Yeah. What? That was quite frustrating. And one of the medieval style themes, Dungeons, Dragons, Hobbits, Lord of the Rings, all that gubbins. You got these not even £1, not even $1. I mean, these would have cost pence or cents to make. Elfies, cheapest of the cheapest Elfies. I mean, look, plain white backing. I mean, says it all. I mean, wow. Did they even need to make those? I mean, come on. I mean that by just sheer default was making the badges look good, and that's saying something. Naff, bad, awful. Teddies, sometimes you get good teddies. You may see some of those in my top 10 list. Sometimes you get bad. Grumpy Cat, very, very, very popular. Gund is a well-established teddy and plush manufacturer, very well known. And I got this. When I first got this, I honestly didn't know what the hell it was. I didn't think Grumpy Cat. Yes, it says Grumpy Cat on there, but if you look carefully, you can see stitching for its nose and its mouth, and you've got the Grumpy Cat face. They've stitched this and made all the fur, covering up all the stitch work. So all you've got is eyes and glasses on a white blob. That could just look like a castrated owl with its face ripped off. I mean, it looks of nothing. Poorly made. I mean, who can you give that to? It doesn't even look like a cat. It doesn't even look particularly grumpy. It just looks like it's had its face ripped off. Yeah. On the theme of Lord of the Rings, I mean, even if you like The Hobbit and whatever else, you got a bookmark. It's like a hologram bookmark. Look, my face is moving. I'm scanning the area for hobbits. Ha ha, what fun. And then you've got Gandalf and his staff. The staff is also a pen, and at first glance you think that's quite good, but when you really scan this and you see how shoddily and cheaply made, it looks honestly like a bootleg, like something you'd find at a very dodgy car boot sale, or yeah, it doesn't look good. It's I can't tell you how the camera is making it look better, and that's saying something. That looks very cheaply made. Easily on a par with this thing. So yeah, Nerdblock had a habit of kind of rushing these things out, it feels like, just to bulk out a box. Another one, more really odd stationery. It looks like it's a spin stylistically on like Guitar Hero and that kind of thing and Rockstar, but you've got Drum Up Some Ideas, you've got a drum notebook, 2 pencils with rubbers on the end, and it's awful. At first I thought it was going to be a musical thing, like you could beat the skins to make a sound, or there'd be some point to it. Nope, just a notepad and some pencils, and it's just naff. It's really bad. It looks very, very cheap. Just some plain white paper and some pencils with little rubbers on the end. I don't think anyone over the age of 6 really would appreciate that. I didn't anyway. And the last one was a book. And usually, and as you can see, Kevin Smith, very well known comedic writer, actor, loads of great stories. I'm quite a big fan. Clerks and things like that. Jane Silent Bob. There's loads of things of this man I appreciate. But this is a Poundland, Pound World, a dollar store, whatever you want to call it, book. The paper feels like toilet roll. May look good print, but the feel of the book is awful. It just feels like the cheapest mash of paper you can get. And I've seen these on sale for £1, and I know this is why they've shoved it in here. And it makes me annoyed, because it's like it's a good book and they've just ruined it even more so. but I turn it into a very cheap commodity, and it kind of makes you feel a bit dirty. It's a bit like, meh. However, there might be a book in my top 10 good items, but this one really wrangled me. But I have to say, star of the show, Syphilis. May look cute, but trust me, you don't want it. Bye!